I go around and I go around and I go around, I go around. I'm always out, I am always out, I am always out, I'm always out. I keep running so I don't have to go.
Before we actually get into today's video, I just want to preface, I was sick last week. I might possibly have allergies, so if my voice sounds a little off and if I sound a little nasally, that's why. It has been rough. It has been rough, but what are you gonna do about it? That's spring. Anyways, today, welcome back. We are here for my June TBR. Like, I was kind of like debating, do I do like just my June TBR and then keep like the books I read in May for like next month? Because I was like really thinking about it. I think that a fun thing for my TBRs can be like little TBR games, and that's what I wanted to do today. But then I was like, well, I'm not gonna like title the video whatever picks my June TBR if there's also a wrap up in it. But then I don't want the title to be too long. So I was thinking, you know what? How about the months that we have like a fun little TBR game? We do not do the wrap up, but then the month after we have like two videos. We have the TBR video, then the wrap up video. Or we combine them together. I don't know. I'm like still trying to work it out, but I think that maybe for this month we're not going to do a wrap up. Also because what I read last month is like pretty much like a lot of books from the same series. So it's like how much, can I actually talk about it? Not that much. There's only book one. So anyways, today it's just going to be a TBR, but a TBR game. So it's going to be so much fun. But before we get into that, if you're new here, my name is Mila. I make everything from postgrad, lifestyle, and bookish type content. And we also dabble into reality TV and songs. I am trying to think of like other shows to do a breakdown for because I'm literally filming Vanderpump like season 9 tomorrow. I have 3 more seasons, which are only like 15 episodes. So I only have like 45 more episodes left of like Vanderpump and then it's done. Obviously, we're now in June. We have Love Island UK and USA that are starting, but that's both going to come out in like August. So by the time that September comes, Vanderpump is done. Love Island is done. I'm like, what do you guys want to see? Let me know. I'm like thinking of shows that could be like super fun to break down. One thing I considered was like Riverdale, because it's like, yes, it's an older show at this point, but it's like, how do we get to this point? Like, they have powers, they time travel. That's what I know based on like what I've heard other people talk about, because I give up season 3. So let me know if that could be fun, because I feel like what like there's probably no better show to start off than that in like the trashy way. But then I was like, do I want a serious show? I don't know. Like, I do have plans for the month of October where it's more like spooky themed. October we have it covered. It's more like September. I'm like, what do we want to see? I don't know. I'll think about it. Anyways, yes, today we have a little TBR. So I was like, what can I possibly do to pick my June TBR? Because we've done the TBR jar, and I was like, well, a number isn't really like, oh, there's like some fun in it. It's just like, oh, well, number, like pick the number. So I figured let's do like colors. Like, I can have a like color generator, pick a color. So that gives me some like way to like talk and to like think through like my TBR with you guys. So I thought that could be super fun. Let's just pull up my iPad with a color generator. I have no idea where to go. I was just like, oh, color, cute, cool. I did not find it, so give me a sec. I'll be back when I have figured out how to do this. Okay, so I think I found it. It's literally called randomwordgenerator.com, and when I typed up color, it gave me like a color thing. Let me show you what I'm working with. I don't know if you guys can really see. We just press generate random color and we go. I'm like, how am I gonna do this with my mic in hand, my iPad here? But yeah, we're gonna like lean back on my chair. So how many books do I want to do? I think let's go for 8 this month. I think 8 is like a fair, fun number. So color number 1, we have Purple Violet. I really hope you guys can see. What book can I possibly read for Purple Violet? I see the book 2 of a series, but like obviously I wouldn't want to do like the book 2 and not the book 1. Or there's also like a book 4, but I haven't read book 3. Do I just like do the book that comes before that? I don't know. Like, I'll really try to find something this color. If not, we'll go like, oh, there's a book in like the series. We can go around it. So I'm back with a little stack of books. I think I found the vibe that we were going for. I can do the Atlas Complex. That's like Purple Violet, right? That's like very fitting. I have this book by Dan Brown, which is Origin, but it's like book 5. So I'd be reading book 3 if I want more of like kind of like thriller mystery type vibe. This one at first I was looking at the cover, but now looking at the other ones I'm like, it doesn't really fit anyway. It's like book 4. I haven't read book 3. This is what I was talking about, like book 2, Our Violent Delights. But I feel like if I'm gonna read fantasy, I'd rather complete the Atlas Complex. So that is actually going to be a no. And then I was like, oh, this I can continue the series, but it's like very red. So unfortunately, we cannot put that there. Honestly, I think I'm going to go with the Atlas Complex for this color because it feels more fitting because I am actually at book 2. Whereas, yes, I do want to read the third book in this Dan Brown series, but it's also the third book. It's not like, it's not this one, so it's kind of cheating. So I guess, yeah, the first book we're going to read is the Atlas Complex. I remember reading the Atlas 6, like summer 2024. I don't know why I have not picked up like the other books because I generally loved it so much. Like you were so confused for most of the book, had no idea what was happening, and then when you actually had the reveal and found out everything, you were like, oh my god, this is like absolutely crazy. So you know what, actually, yeah, I'm happy because I did read the Atlas 6 like literally 2 Junes ago. Yeah, 2 Junes ago. So actually perfect, works out perfectly. Thank you, Violet Purple. No, Purple Violet. Purple Violet. The next color we have is Dahlia Yellow. Ooh, okay, that one, if I want to read that Dan Brown book, that can fit. Or do I just like finish the entire Atlas series? Because I think, let me find the books of this color and then we can see, because I can work with it. Dahlia Yellow is a color I can work with. Okay, coming back to my desk and looking more closely at the color, I think the only one that actually pretty much matches to a T Dahlia Yellow would be this book, Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney. And I think I'm gonna take that, but just for fun, the books I had in mind was this one. This is the Dan Brown one. It's The Lost Symbol. This is book 3, and I do really want to continue the series, but it is more gold, and I was like, you know what, same thing with the Atlas Paradox. It's more of like a golden color, so unless I get gold later on, I don't think they're going to be red this month. And then also the other book I had was Killer Potential, but it's a mix of a lot of colors, and I figured like, if I really want to be true to the color generator, Conversations with Friends is like very, very similar. So that's going to be our book number 2 of this month, and that's actually perfect because it is a book I did really, really want to read this summer, so we love that. Our next color is Grass Green. Can we see it? It's a nice deep dark, oh my god. Yeah, I'm sorry. I sincerely apologize if you cannot see. I'm trying my best. Grass Green. I don't have a lot of green books. Now that I'm like looking, there actually is not much. Okay, so I found a book that's like the exact same shade because most of my greens are like light or more turquoise, more washed out. But this one, it's the only one that's like an actual dark green. This is called Trust by Domenico Starnone. This is like tiny little book, so it's actually perfect. I picked this up at a random like bookstore. What I got from this was kind of like normal people vibes. Honestly, like this is gonna be a tiny book, so I know that I can read it maybe in like one sitting. Like how many pages are in here? It's 150 something pages. So honestly, in a day, done fast, and that's actually perfect. So I'm super happy that it's like an exact perfect color match. Our next color, Pearl Violet. I need to find like a purple book. I don't have like purple books. Yeah, I don't. Oh, I see. So out of all the purple books that I have, first of all, none is like a standalone or like the next book in the series I have to read, and none are a perfect match. So it's fun because we can kind of like play around, There's more leeway to convince myself that I can read a book that I want to read because it like works out. But anyways, so one of the books that I have, this one is too light, but we have Powerless by Elsie Silver. Obviously, this is book 3. I'm only at book 2, so that's gonna mean that I'd be reading Heartless. This one is like way too like, I guess like read, it would be Empire of Storm, and then that would mean that I would be reading Queen of Shadows, which I did really, really want to read. And then we have Unfortunately Yours, which is also too light, but not as light as Powerless, and that would mean that I'd be reading Secretly Yours. So since I have a lot of leeway, I can kind of do whatever I want, I think I'm gonna pick Queen of Shadows because I do really want to finish the series. Yes, I want to finish the other series and read the other series, but I do really want to try to finish the Throne of Glass series this month. So if I can, I'm going to try to like work it in. But yeah, honestly, Pearl Violet, such like a weird specific color. You see, when I thought that I would do color generator, it would be easier things. It's like red, purple, green, blue. I was like, there's no tones, or if there's tones, it's not like something crazy. But no, this one is like it makes you work. It makes you look and it makes you work. Our next color is a boring one. It's called Olive Drab. It's like a brownish black. So I think I'm just gonna go for like anything black with maybe like brownish undertone. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I guess that's easier because a lot of books have black in it, but I do really want to stay like true to this and try to pick something that is like this shade of like shaded brown black. Oh, could that work? I have an idea. Honestly, guys, I think it does work. That is the Midnight Face by Lucy Foley. The like black-ish over here has little like hints of like brown and green, and it is actually pretty similar. Yeah, this is horrid. See, I love a nice sprayed edge, but when it's like a singular color, I'm like, you know, it's like, it's, I don't know, because like I love tabbing my books, right? But if it's like a sprayed edge, I'm not gonna tab. But it's like, if I'm not gonna tab, at least make it worth it. Anyways, the Midnight Face by Lucy Foley, I generally love Lucy Foley books, so this is actually perfect, and it's like a summer thriller type vibe, so I'm actually super, super happy because I did want a little something to like switch things up. Our next color, oh, I have the perfect book for this color. You see this? Turquoise green. Turquoise green. I have a book. Do you see this? This is the exact color. This is book 3 of the Dreamland Billionaires series, so I would be reading book 1. I'm not against. Also, just to let you guys know, I did get a phone call and I was like, ugh, I have to wait until it like rings. So I looked at my next color, and this is actually perfect because you see this gray beige, right? Gray beige. What could we use for gray beige? Terms and Conditions, which is book 2. We love absolutes. It just works out perfectly. Okay, our next color number 8. I think I'm gonna go to 10 because I'm having so much fun. We have Luminous Red, which is like a red. The only book that I can think about that was like red was Queen of Shadows, but I already picked it up. So the only books I could think about is this one book by Chris Hadfield, The Defector. Chris Hadfield, he like used to be a Canadian astronaut, and now he retired and he's like writing thriller type books based on his like what he knows, his like life experiences, whatever. So that could be super, super fun. And then if I want to really stay true to color, we have The Damage, like right over here. You see the spine by To John. I read the first book. I did enjoy it, and I was like, I could finish the series instead of starting a new book. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna finish this series. This is book 2. I'm gonna only have one more book left, and it is truer to color, so based on my own rules, that's what the book is going to be. What did I say? 8? Yes, 8. So color number 9. Oh, this is going to be so easy. Perfect. Graphite black. Literally like, oh my god, black. I just need a black book. Literally anything. Okay, so for Graphite Black, I am kind of craving another thriller, so I think I'm going to take The Dark Hours by Amy Jordan. This is like a past-present type thriller vibe. Super excited I can read this. And then finally, our last color, it is going to be Raspberry Red. It's annoying because I think the only book that really was true to this was Queen of Shadows. So you know what? Okay, my game, my rules. I'm going to play around a bit because I did pick Queen of Shadows for a book that was supposed to be purple, right? Because it's my game, my rules. I'm going to take Queen of Shadow for this color, and then I can take Empire of Storm for the purple book that I was supposed to read because of for the purple book that I ended up picking Queen of Shadows for. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. And just like that, we have our 10 books for the month. So just to go over it quick together, we have, oh my god, I should have put these in order. We have The Midnight Face by Lucy Foley. We have both The Fine Print and Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. Queen of Shadows and then Empire of Storms, both by Sarah J. Maas. Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney. The Atlas Complex, Olivia Blake. The Darkest Hours, Amy Jordan. The Damaged, To John. And then finally, last but not least, we have Trust by Domenico Starnone. So those are the 10 books I plan to read this month. I have faith, I have hope. My only concern is that I know that Empire of Storm, it should be a tandem read with Tower of Dawn. So I technically have to read 11 books this month, but I think it's possible. You know, like we're currently June 1st that I'm filming this. I can literally turn my camera off and start reading. So I have faith. I think it's gonna work out. I have faith. let me know what you think. I know I always say I have faith in it. I like never read the books that I'm supposed to read. I always like mood read. But no, like I'm actually gonna try. And I think last month I did really, really, really well. Obviously, you're not gonna know because I'm not bringing out my like wrap up. But I think I did well. You know, it's just an incline from here. It's summer. We read more because we're like out laying in the sun, whatever. There's like more opportunity to read. So I'm hopeful. I'm very, very hopeful. But yeah, let me know down below what books you're reading this month, what books you read in May, your favorite books, least favorite books. Let's like start the conversation down there. And if you do want to go check me out elsewhere, my social media like TikTok, Instagram, and Goodreads are all links down below. So definitely do not hesitate to go, like stalk me over there. And that's gonna be all for me today. So stay safe, protect your vibe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.